Hi, this is Nomabali the Storyteller, also known as Andrea Dandodo. This video is going to be about reminiscence. So many of us live off memories. So many of us live within memories. And so many of us often dream of owning good memories. Memories are the very essence of existence in terms of remembering where you come from, or who you were, or who you would like to be when you project into the future. When you visualize, when you do vision work, you then focus on an unlived memory, yet it has to exist for your own purpose. So right now, I've just been reminiscing about so many things and allowing the memories to take me to places. I'm reminded of a long time ago when I went to live in Cape Town, and in rising in the ranks of being in the entertainment industry. I then got to a space where I wanted to create something. There's a lot of pieces that I've created, but one of them, which was my debut, a play called Beating My Soul. It was a debut on a professional stage. It went to Grahamstown Festival and Makufe. It even went to the Calabash Festival in Mahikeng and in Joburg at the Market Theatre for the Women's Festival. It was a two-hander, and it was directed by Sarah Marshett, and I was co-starring in it with Fanny Swayisa. An amazing piece. It taught me so much about me as a storyteller, about spirituality and influences that surround us, and how we are interlinked and connected within the diaspora. There was a character, some of the characters there, one of them was a former soldier who lives with post-traumatic stress. She had lost a baby while she was in exile, and the steps she had to take to reclaim the baby's body and to reclaim her own sanity and to rationalize why she had to be there were quite a roller coaster ride. And there was another character, it was called Mangtuba. Mangtuba has a Nigerian lineage, so we had to bring on the accents. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful piece because it explored the issue of being in a country that is not yours. This was way, way, way before the whole issue of xenophobia and everything. It's amazing, as a storyteller, you kind of find yourself in spaces where you explore some narratives that are not existing at that. And in who you are as a storyteller, you kind of have foresight into things and see, and get fascinated by the stories that make us who we are as a people. And then there was also a mythical character in the story, and she's a mother whose children get swallowed up by an elephant. When I now look at all those stories, I realize that the narrative of fighting for existence has always been there in my stories. And it has always conversed with me, and I've always embraced it. With the Nomabali story, which is the mythical character, the mother whose children are swallowed up by an elephant, when one looks at the battle that as a women we have to deal with as women, and whether it's gender-based violence, whether it's fighting for custody of your children, fighting for survival for yourself and your children, while the father is still alive, fighting for your identity as a woman within a space that is very patriarchal and a culture that perpetuates those patriarchal traits, and you as a woman having to navigate and assert your position within that space. Nomabali's story embraces, or embodies a lot of that. And for me as a storyteller, I truly appreciate that voice of the storyteller who in quite a dramatic and a mythical way weaves a tapestry of stories that echoes our very existence and our experiences. And through storytelling, one then becomes a healer. I have a quote that says, a sick storyteller will feed to the nation 6 stories. Therefore, what it alludes to is you knowing the importance and how big a role you play in society, and how your perceptions and your perspective and view of life influences those who then consume your content. So today I'm in that space where I'm appreciating where I've come from, the contributions I've had, and the role I've played within the cultural industry sphere, whether through beads. Oh, it just hit me that I'm wearing so many beads. And Beating My Soul was about picking up those little treasures and those moments and weaving them similarly to the head gear that I'm wearing, and exploring the adventures within the pains, the experiences, the lived memories, and the unlived memories, because within a story there are lived memories and the unlived memories. The unlived memories being those that are pushed to the subconscious, and even those memories that are someone else's memories, we did not live them yet. In another sphere, we actually do live them. A typical example, our mother's experiences. A lot of what we know and what we are taught by our parents. But I want to zoom into the mother's experience and how then they will project their lived experiences, which are your unlived experiences, through advising you about life, through grooming you about how to become a woman, whether a perfect woman or a perfect girl, but those modalities, those are their lived experiences. And for you as a young girl, they are your unlived experiences or your unlived memories. But through the narration that your mother or your parents, but as I said, I'm focusing on the mother, they then take you through those memories. And somewhere, somehow, those memories, they then, memories, sorry, I got tongue-tied. Those memories actually become now your lived memories, even though they are unlived in a true sense, because you haven't experienced them yet. But because someone is using their narrative and their experiences to caution you about life, to teach you, to groom you, to be or not to be who they have become, or who they were, or who they were groomed to be. So then those memories become your unlived yet lived experiences. So today I'm just reflecting on all those. It's Heritage Month, and it's important for us to also look at some of these things and appreciate where we've come from and where we are aspiring to go to and where we are at now, and embrace the moment, embrace the experiences, and hopefully influence some decisions, policies, everything that has to do with our lives.